Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my people. Welcome back. We are here again with another information, another update. And this happened to be that Peter Mba was going about selling Biafran shops. Yes, shop he's not paying for. He did not open for them. He's by choice if you want to open your shop. The government is not feeding anybody. So he has no right of any sort, to lock people's shop because they didn't come to shop on Monday. Yes, he's overstepping his boundary. That's what it's called. This type of thing is being called overstepping one's boundary. Even the policeman said they don't have right to go to people's homes and say, hey, come out, there is no seat at home. You must come out and walk. They say their own foolishness, their own terrorism, their own harassment, they not reach like that. You understand? But Peter Mba's harassment has passed boundary. Now Brgie is replying to that action. All those hands that seal the shops, yes, something has to be done to those hands, those fingers, and those individuals, because they are doing overwork. They are working overtime. Work no pay, overtime, 9 days they work. So they go collect water because they buy markets. You understand? So listen to what Simon Ekpa and Brgie government wants to do about the sealing of Biafran shops. Thank you.
We have seen video that emerged from Enugu State where the illegitimate governor Mba, we saw videos that is coming out where the illegitimate governor Mba was locking people's shop, was marking people's shop. They are joking. These people are jokers. They don't know what is coming. And our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Israel have issued a statement. He has given an order. If you know the people that came for that operation individually, you know them by their name and their pictures, you know the office that came for that very operation, please do not hesitate to pass the information to us. Pass the information to us. You can DM us, you can send it on the comment section. Anyone that is part of that very operation to lock up the shops of Biafran people, anyone you can identify there, send in their names, send in their pictures if you have their pictures. The office, the very office that comes to that operation, send in the detail of that office, and let the remaining be for the Biafra Republic of Israel to handle. We cannot sit back and watch illegitimate governor, the wife snatcher, to come and begin to distract Biafran people or to cause harm to Biafran people. We cannot tolerate that. Every one of us have seen what is happening. You have seen, the whole world is watching. The whole world is watching. We're seeing that Biafran people on their own are sitting at home. And one illegitimate governor, one idiot from nowhere will come and begin to seal the shops of people. Every shop that was sealed, every shop will be sealed, that will be reopened with immediate effect. And the very people that come for that operation, we saw them on video. If you have their names and address and their real picture, send it forth. Every single person that joined the operation, including the office that came for that operation, we want to know. We need the information as quick as possible, as urgent as possible. Wherever you are watching from, please send down the information. Send the information. They think they can be able to distract us. They can never ever distract, no matter what they do. No matter their propaganda and blackmail, they can never distract us. Thank you for joining, Joy. I appreciate you. They can't distract us. Every Biafran in Biafran land, more especially in Enugu State, do not fear. Do not fear. Do not exercise any fear. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, from any angle, do not exercise any fear. As long as we are standing on the truth and on our rights. They know the reason why we are sitting at home. That illegitimate governor, he went and he was staging a rally in the stadium. He was staging a rally, calling campaign. Why don't they go to their shops? He was staging a rally, trying to confuse himself, thinking he's going to confuse Biafrans. You cannot match the spirit of Biafra in Enugu state. Enugu is the first capital of Biafra, and there is no way you can put them down or put them on the background. It is not possible. This idiot, this clown that call himself Mba, is beating the war drum, and he should embrace himself when the dancers will come. The illegitimate governor Mba in Enugu state is beating the war drum. Anybody that knows him should go and tell him that he should be ready when the dancers of that war drum will come, because they are going to come. They will definitely come. Onye paranko ahụ or paramgodoru. Only chora kam gwele biara goro apakwana nko aruru. Only chora kam gwele biara goro apakwana nko aruru. The illegitimate governor in Enugu state have gone to get the ant-infested firewood. He is bent on fetching the ant-infested firewood, and I tell you, he should be ready to be prepared for the visit of the lizard. He should be prepared for the visit of the lizard. There is nothing any man born of a woman can do to stop the sit at home that the Biafran people by themselves have put in place. To demand the unconditional release of our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano. You see, one thing that is annoying me is that when we are talking about sit at home, some idiot who you see them talking, those who are talking in that their campaign, in that they are organized, and those paid agents they are using to run their campaign, they think that this sit at home is about Mazen Simon Ekpa. They think that this sit at home is about the sit at home is not about Mazen Simon Ekpa. Mazen Simon Ekpa has nothing to do with the sit at home. The sit at home is meant to force the zoological public to do the right thing, to tell the government to do the right thing. That is why we are sitting at home. If you feel that you were put in that position to defend and speak for your people, what you are supposed to do is to go to Abuja. If you need to sleep, sleep in Abuja. If you need to cry, cry in Abuja. And make sure that Mazen Nandekano is released with immediate effect. After you release Mazen Nandekano, only then and then, if you see somebody sitting at home, then you can have a word to say. But not as Mazen Nandekano is still under the cover, or still under the Zoological Republic. Not as when Mazen Nandekano is still in the hand of the enemy, in the territory of the enemy, and you are trying to stop the only thing that is keeping him alive. You want to stop the only thing that is keeping him alive. You want to stop it. You will never ever succeed. It doesn't matter how you try. And what is coming, you can't face it. You cannot handle what is coming. No matter how you pretend. No, it doesn't matter. If you like, go and bring the whole jet bombers and fill the air. If you like, go and bring the greatest ammunition into Enugu state. You can never battle with Chukwuka Abiyama. You think it's about Master Samuel Ekpa, right? You think it is Samuel Ekpa speaking. It is not about Master Samuel Ekpa. It is not about any individual. It is not even about Mazen Nandekano. This is about 70 million people's life on the line. 70 million people's life is on the line. Injustice against one person is injustice against all. The injustice today you are seeing against Mazen Nandekano is against 70 million Biafrans. When you see us fighting on this sit at home, when you see us insisting, when you see Biafrans sitting at home to demand for the release of Mazen Nandekano, it is when Mazen Nandekano is in captivity. Every single Biafran is in slavery. We are all in captive. Every single one of us is in captive. There is no way you'll be talking about release of, you're talking about freedom while Mazen Nandekano is still in the territory of the enemy. There's no way you can claim to be free when our supreme leader Mazen Nandekano is in the territory of the enemy. Injustice against one is injustice against all. You think it's about Mazen Simon Ekpa? This battle is not about Mazen Simon Ekpa. It is not about him. Mazen Simon Ekpa is just an instrument in the hand of Chukwuka Abiyama. He's just an instrument in the hand of Chukwuka Abiyama. But you see them pushing their propaganda and blackmail. You see them, they come out and begin to say, people who are living abroad are giving command. Who is giving command? The Biafran people have taken their own decision. Taken their own decision to demand for the release of their own brother. The captivity of Mazen Nandekano is the captivity of the Biafran people. The dehumanization of Mazen Nandekano is the dehumanization of Biafran people. If Mazen Nandekano is not free, every single one of us is in bondage. How dare you talk about freedom? How dare you talk about free movement when the supreme leader of IPOB is in captivity? An innocent man who has given his own life for you and for me. A man who lost his own parents the same day. They were buried the same day. Lost his own parents, gave them up because of you, because of me. He gave up his career. Today, he gave his family. He can't even meet with his family. He remained under solitary confinement because of you, because of me. And you think to demand for his freedom is a crime? You are mad. It doesn't matter who sent you. Let me tell you, the project we are handling today is the project of Chukwu Kabiyama, which was initiated by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and that is why we must do everything humanly possible to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You see the seat at home. You see the seat at home. You haven't seen anything yet. The criminal in Enugu State, you want to make Enugu State a war front, no problem. You want to make Enugu State a war front, no problem. As you are beating the war drum, be ready, because the dancers will definitely come. There's no way you can beat that drum without seeing the dancers. The dancers will arrive. As you have gone to fetch the ant-infested firewood, you must be ready for the visit of the lizard. It doesn't matter how they say it. It doesn't matter how they try to blackmail. It doesn't matter the plan they do. You can never ever stop the sit at home. And I applaud the people in Enugu State. Enugu State is the first capital of Biafra. And you think this same place where innocent blood have been shared to keep. And you think you can challenge the spirit of the dead in Enugu State. That spirit of the dead that you want to spit upon, they are going to consume you. They will consume you and your entirety. After taking the life of our people, you want to spit on their grave. You want to spit on their grave in our capital. It will not happen. It will not happen. Everyone that is watching the video, our Prime Minister of Biafra, he has given the order. Wherever you are watching, the video is out. After this very program, I am going to share the video on this platform. If you can identify the very office that comes with that operation to seal up people's shop, if you can identify any individual among them, identify them by their name, by their phone number, by where they stay, where they live, address, send it forward. Send it forward. You can DM me, or you can DM any autopilot member. Among our media warriors, all the Biafra media warriors, send it across to them. Send it to any of the media warriors. Send it to them. And let us see. You think that the Biafra restoration in 2003, in the restoration mood, this is not agitation. You know, when we say it, you don't get it, right? You think we are joking. You don't get it. Don't worry. We are going to speak in a language that you understand. In this restoration, it is an eye for an eye. We have protested for a long time. We have cried for a long time. We have done a lot of things, including the peaceful sit at home that we have chosen. You will now want to disrupt it. Sit at home, civil disobedience that the people by their own self choose. The most civil way to air their opinion, they chose it. They didn't force anybody. The Biafran Republic government in Nigeria did not force anybody. The factor government in the homeland, we are not forcing anybody. They were sitting at home on their own. And you want to push your blackmail and propaganda. You went and organized people in a square, and you are organizing a rally. After organizing that rally on that square, go and open your shop. After organizing that rally, go and there open your shop. And now you went and you are selling the shop of people who are observing it at home. And you think you can get away with that. Not in Biafra land. It will not happen. The war drum you are beating, you should be prepared. Should be very, very prepared. Because the dancers are coming. How on planet Earth? Why is it so difficult for these people to understand a simple instruction? Why is it so simple? Why is it so difficult? Why are people so wicked? Why is it that these politicians are bent on destroying themselves? Why is it that these politicians, they are bent on destroying their own self? They are bent on making sure that they destroy themselves. Why? Why are they bent on destroying themselves? After we have given up everything, told them this is the only thing you can do to stop the Monday sit at home. This is the condition. And the condition we give them is the most illegitimate condition. Something that everybody in that country should be talking about. These criminals who call themselves politicians, this idiot that called himself Mba, he was there. A criminal, a born indicted criminal in that zoo was released. A drug baron who claimed to be a police officer, indicted in the United States, caught for drug in Nigeria. That idiot was granted bail. Abba Kyari, before the whole of Nigeria, a criminal who, so if it were to be in China, Abba Kyari would have been, he would have turned to dust already. He would have turned to dust. If Abba Kyari were to be in China, he would have turned to dust by now. But the drug baron who came in as a president released him. He released him. And you people are there watching. They are holding our Supreme Damasin Nandekano against his will. Even when the people have said, release this man and let him go. Even when the people have announced, even when their own court have said, let this man go, they continue to hold him. And you want us to fold our hands. You want to sell the Biafran restoration for your greed. You want to exchange our freedom for your greed. You want to exchange our freedom for your wickedness. You want to exchange our freedom for your crime. It will not happen. You can never ever succeed. Not in the lifetime, not in the lifetime to come. The restoration of Biafra is a mandate that cannot be truncated. Who the hell do you think you are? Who are you? So this is the project they gave you. Is this the condition they gave you to retain you in Enugu State? Is this the condition they gave you? A man that stole certificate, a certificate forger. Now, Biafrans are beginning to understand it better. Biafrans are beginning to understand better. I don't blame those idiots he's buying. But I tell you, you cannot buy every Biafran. There are some of us who are unbribable. There are so many of us Biafran who are unbribable. And those of us who are unbribable, these are the people that Mazen Nandekano prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and asked Kokaba to send. We are going nowhere. You see Biafra? Biafra is coming in 2023. And I tell you Biafrans, Minister Biafra in Enugu State, don't shake. Do not panic. Every Biafra in Enugu State, do not panic. Allow this war drum they have beaten. The only thing you can do for us, whenever you hear sit at home, sit at home. As simple as that. Whenever you hear sit at home, sit at home. Forget about sit at home. Don't panic at all. Don't panic. An illegitimate man stealing the shop of the Biafran people. It will not happen. Not while we still have a government that the people obey and follow. Not when we have a government. Not when we have de facto government in homeland. Fellow Biafran that are watching, if you are watching this very program from Enugu, or you have anybody that is in Enugu, you reach out to people. If you can reach out to them, reach out to people. Anybody that can be able to identify anybody, any person that joined in the stealing of those shops. If you can identify that person, either by their picture, by their phone number, by their name and address, and the very office that came for that stealing. Whatever office that came for that very operation. We are going to give them a taste of what they want. As they are selling those shops, we are going to make sure, and even if it is an Asorok, even if the office is in Asorok, it will be sealed. And any one of them who join in the sealing of Biafran house, his own home, his own house, his own room will be sealed. We have taken this their shit for a very long time. We have been so calm and quiet for a very long time. We have tolerated this madness for a very long time, and it can no longer happen again. Not in this lifetime. Not anymore. Not while we are about stepping into Biafra. Not when we are just a stone's throw into Biafra, and one idiot will come out from somewhere and begin to speak trash. It cannot happen. Not in this time. It can never ever happen. No matter how they try. No matter the propaganda and blackmail, they will never ever succeed. I bet you they will not succeed. The time has come. That time that we've been waiting for a very long time, it has come. Any place you are as a Biafran, do not relent in your effort. Information is key. This battle belongs to you and I. The battle belongs to you. Some of you make mistake. You think it is about Master Marekwa. This is not Master Marekwa battle. That is where you're making mistake. Some of them will begin to push blackmail and propaganda. They think it's about Master Marekwa. It is not just about Master Marekwa. It is about every single one of us as Biafra. That is why you must take this up. Take it serious. You must engage in this fight. You must come out. Nobody should be on the background. Nobody should be on the background. Every hand must be on deck. They have already mapped out the movement. And I tell you, whatever they are going to do, it is going to bring Biafra, make Biafra come faster. Whatever step they take will make Biafra come faster. Whatever strategy, whatever attack you see today, it is going to make Biafra come faster. And I thank you, that the whole Biafrans, we are focused and committed to what we want. When we talk about Biafra, Biafran people is not the governors and politicians. They are not. These are not the people. We are talking about the indigenous people of Biafra, the original IPOB of Biafra, the indigenous people, those who own that land. They are speaking and speaking loud that you must release our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekam. That is the only condition to stop sit at home. If you don't, you are going to get what you want. You are going to get it. How can any human being see how wicked these people are? Can you imagine how wicked they are? You have refused totally to address the issue of race Mazen Nagam. You saw when our Prime Minister came and said that these people called him, that their meeting, which they claim was Mazen Nagam, was not for Mazen Nagam. Now you begin to see it. These were the people who gathered and say that they want to release Mazen Nagam, that they are meeting. You haven't been meeting to release Mazen Nagam. Since then till now, have you seen anything different from what you have seen in the past? Did you see any single thing different from what you have seen before? Instead, the situation is getting worse. Instead, the situation is getting worse. You see, all these your games, it can never ever work. Not in this time. You know that you've lost the battle already. That is why you're pushing your blackmail. This is a fight of a dying horse, forcing themselves into places. Forcing themselves. That was why they were quick to go and get a judgment that said that Mazen Nandekara won a case. Won what? What did he win? That he was allowed to see his lawyer. Is it today that he has been allowed to see his lawyer? Is it today that he was allowed to see his doctor? Is it today? Are you hearing it for the first time? Hasn't his daughter gone up to that DSS there and they turned them back? Is it the first time you are hearing such? And the only reason why you saw them saying that is because of what you're saying happened. They want to use it to blackmail your mind. They want to use it to condition your mind. And you, of course, you see in their press release. In that press, they end up in that press. They ended up in their plan. The original plan was to use that very judgment they got to speak against it at home. They want to use that judgment to stop the sit at home, which is meant to release Mazen Nandekano. And how can anybody who claims to be fighting for Budo Mazen Nandekano be talking about sit at home? You are celebrating allowing Mazen Nandekano to see his lawyer. Allow Mazen Nandekano to see his doctor. Was that why you were employed? You were employed to release Mazen Nandekano automatically. If you cannot do it, you walk away. Don't come and push your blackmail and propaganda to come and distract the Biafran people who are focused on releasing their leader. We have come a long way. And there is no going back. There's no going back. We are going to continue to sit at home until Mazen Nandekano is released. And wait until we get to 30th or 31st. Wait until we get to 31st. Since you don't understand the language, we are going to speak in the language that you understand. We are following you closely with all your blackmail propaganda you are pushing. We are following you closely. What crime have we committed? What crime has Biafran people committed? What? What did we do wrong? The only thing we did wrong that was Chukwuokama created us to be Biafrans. Chukwuokama created us. We didn't create ourselves. We didn't give ourselves identity that we have today. We were not the person that brought us into this world. Only Chukwuokama knew why he brought us and made us Biafrans. And you come from your pit of hell and you think you can change the agenda of Chukwuokama. You cannot. Instead of you to change the agenda of Chukwuokama, your head will go with it. Because that's the only bullshit user. Also. It is so sad. It is so sad and painful. It is so sad and painful. When you see people who you are fighting for, people who you are fighting for their future, they shut their ears and they are listening to clowns and idiots. You have been there. In your presence, everybody that served the zoo have always come back with shame and disgrace. But you are still going in to serve. You are still going in to serve. Because you don't have conscience. And your mind has been conditioned for evil. That is why. That is the reason why you cannot be able to join Biafra. You are so corrupt, so smelling corrupt, that Biafra will even vomit you if you try to join. It will vomit you. It will vomit you. How can anybody in his own right mind, seeing what Mazen Nandekano is going through, be stopping something that is working for him? And they will tell you, Mazen Nandekano, say, when did Mazen Nandekano discuss that with you? When? And do you think that Mazen Nandekano now has somehow become so weak that he cannot be able to speak anymore? We know that the only person that gets the message from Mazen Nandekano now is the lead counsel, what do they call it? Aloy Ejimako. The special counsel. The special counsel of Mazen Nandekano. Aloy Ejimako. He's the only one that Mazen Nandekano confide in and send message across to. But initially, see this, we were advertising themselves. They came on board and we're trying to advertise themselves. And they tell you, we are the most trusted of Mazen Nandekano. And when I heard I am the most trusted, I laughed. I laughed and I say in my mind, the only thing that can make this man to begin to re-announce this very statement that he's most trusted, the only reason why he's reminding the Biafran that he's most trusted is because he can't be trusted. It's because he can't be trusted. That is why he's reminding Biafrans that he's the most trusted. We can never allow this evil to succeed in Biafra land. We are going to match this evil word to word, action to action. And we are going to uproot it from Biafra land. Every Biafran knows what we are fighting for. A legitimate right, a legitimate cause to have freedom. That's what we're fighting for. We are fighting for our own nation, a place where everybody will be free to worship Chukwuokama in truth and in spirit. That is what we are gearing up for. Why would you settle for less? Why will any Biafran settle for less? Why? Why? Why will any Biafran settle for less? Why would any Biafra as a Biafran? How can you begin to accept second-class citizen, even when you know that you are the fowl that bear the golden egg? In all of this, there's nothing for you. No federal government presence, no, nothing in the local government, nothing anywhere. Nothing anywhere. You are just on your own. Whatever you get is what you struggle for. How long shall we continue to be in this wicked condition? How long? How long shall we continue to tolerate this evil? Every Biafran that is watching, I urge you to prepare yourself. Prepare yourself wherever you're watching this program from. Prepare yourself. Do not give in to any blackmail. If you do, you have yourself to be blamed. If you do, you have yourself to be blamed. The situation we are now, it warrants extraordinary measure. We have to take extraordinary decisions. If we must succeed, we must take some extraordinary decisions. That is the only way we can be able to move forward and succeed at this critical point in time. We are going to get into Biafra, no matter what they try. As I'm speaking to you, people are walking around the clock for the coming of Biafra. As I'm speaking to you, there is no doubt that the Biafra people unanimously have endorsed the coming of Biafra. And when you look at it, it's something that will be challenged. We are going home. Our Subuja Mazin Nanikano must be released unconditionally. He must be released. Because there's no way you can be trying someone in illegality. It doesn't happen. It cannot happen. But when we say it, some of you think it's a joke. It's not possible. Some of you think we're making it up. But this is the reality. It's a reality. If the Zoological Republic were to be a nation, if it were to be a nation, you won't be talking about what we are talking about today. But we are speaking about what we are speaking about today because the zoo is not a nation. Every politician that have volunteered himself, every member of Nibo that have volunteered himself to fight against Chinochko Kaba, they will all be consumed. They will all be consumed. You think we are here to joke? You think you can get us with your blackmail and propaganda? You think your misconceptions and all the evil you are planning is going to work? It will not. It will not. The more you try to plan, the more we try to go ahead of you. The more you try, the more we get ahead of you. This freedom that is coming is non-negotiable. The freedom of Biafran people is non-negotiable. It must come. It doesn't matter whether you support it or you don't support it. The freedom of Biafran people must happen. It must happen in our own lifetime. It is not the one that we are talking about. They talk about the many years to come on. No. In our lifetime, we are going to experience freedom. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Let them continue to cry. Let them continue to cry. Let them continue to push their propaganda and blackmail and lies. We will never succumb to them. We will not. We can never succumb to them. What crime have we committed? The only crime we have committed is that we were born to restore Biafra. That is the crime we have committed. That we are born to redeem Biafra. It has now become a crime. And you want us to accept that. We will not accept such. We will not accept such. No matter their blackmail and propaganda and their evil thoughts, we will never accept it. We will continue to be focused on the real thing. We will continue to focus on our exodus. We will continue to do everything possible. And any place you are, you see, as we are going forward, please prepare yourself. Get yourself prepared. Get yourself prepared. Play your own role. Any way you can play your own role, play. You are definitely going to see freedom. Once out, you will see freedom in your lifetime. Nothing will stop it. Nothing at all will stop it. Every one of you that is watching me, you will see your freedom. All you need to do is to obey. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience. May Chukwu carry and guide and protect every one of us. It is so sad when I saw what is happening, what the illegitimate governor is doing. But I bet you, no matter what he does, our freedom is ours. Nobody can take our freedom from us. Nobody can take it from us. And we are very, very active and watching. You focus your attention on your people, your own brothers and your sisters. Meanwhile, you go to the north. You go to the north where terrorists have taken over. You will never hear them or see them calling the military. You will never hear them speaking against their own. We have never had them, including Boko Haram. The Northerners don't condemn Boko Haram. They don't condemn. But here are you, telling lies, pushing propaganda and blackmail, right, left, and center. And you think it will be well with you. It will never, ever be well with you. We are going to continue on our mission that we are sent to. Chukwuka has sent us on an errand to possess the possession of the people and to pray for the nation. And as we continue, I welcome you. I thank you so much for being part of this program. If you see something, say something. This is another important part. If you see something, say something. Most of you have seen the video made by our Prime Minister. If you didn't see it, after this program, I am going to launch the video so that you can see it expressly clear. Our Prime Minister is asking for informations of those ones who went for that operation. We saw them on video. People can identify them. If you can identify them, please call in. Call in. Any Biafra Republic Government in Israel platform. Call in. Call in so that people will know the situation of things. We cannot continue to bow to our enemy. We cannot continue to run away from our responsibilities out of fear. We cannot continue to sell ourselves and enslave ourselves. Never again. Never again. We have come a very long way. Biafran people have sacrificed. So much sacrifice. Every time we wake up to give them an opportunity to establish a sane country, they will never. At every given point in time, each time a Biafran make a move to rescue the zoo, it brings death to us. Each time we make a move to rescue this criminal entity, they will bring death to us. Do you want me to count from one? Where are you going to start from? Right from the time of our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu. They sabotaged him. They attacked him. They called him names. Even when he was consistently giving them points, reason not to fight. Go and call him a bluff. And go and engage him for more than 3 years. 3 years. They could not defeat Biafra. And what makes you think in 2022 to 23 that you can defeat Biafra? What makes you think that you can deceive us? You can never ever deceive us again. You can never ever drag us to the mud again. You can never ever distract us again. You will never succeed on that. Forget it. If they sent you, no matter how much they paid you, no matter who sent you, you will never succeed. As long as it has to do with Biafra. Whatever contract you have collected to stop the Biafra, to stop the agitation of the people, will never, you are going to end up, you know what is coming. You know what is coming. We don't give bribe to anybody. We don't pay money to anybody. We don't do any propaganda. We pray to Chukwu to send angels by himself, and he does. We have always prayed for Chukwu to send angels, and he does. And for those of you who think that your blackmail and your propaganda can be able to tear us apart, You are wasting your garden time. Every politician in Biafra land, they are going to leave our land for us. Mark my word. Every politician in Biafra land, they will leave Biafra land for us. They will leave Biafra land. And wherever they get to, let them go and start a new life. They will leave Biafra land for us. All of them will go exile. Because these people don't deserve to be called Biafra. They don't deserve it. They do not. The political elite. You call yourself political elite, but do you know that in Biafra land there is no single political godfather? No single political godfather from Biafra land. A land flowing with milk and honey. It is so sad. So sad and painful. What you have seen and we continue to see. Do not allow anybody to deceive you. Do not allow anybody to make you believe that, oh, you are doing something bad. There is nothing wrong in what we are doing. What we are doing today, there's nothing wrong in it. In fact, the people that are doing something wrong is the judiciary, the lawyers. Mazin Nanigan lawyers are the people doing the wrong thing. You cannot come out in the air and you're asking for forgiveness. Forgiveness about what? On what? Before you ask somebody to ask forgiveness, you will say what offense he has committed. We must succeed. The battle line has been drawn. In Enugu State, the epicenter of the struggle, the epicenter of this very movement, Enugu State. I continue to mention it so that you can hear it and hear it well. And remember that Enugu State was our first capital, the first capital of Biafra. And how on the planet Earth will somebody come and challenge us in our capital? I will know. How on earth? You think you can stand it? If you like, bring Tucano jet and fill the air with it. If you like, go and bring all the battalion. Open a barrack in Enugu State. Enugu State will be sitting at home and it will be locked down. Enugu State will remain the epicenter. We are not joking, and we will never joke with anybody. It's a matter of life and death. What you are seeing today is a matter of life and death. You see, we have been warning and crying. Do not allow yourself to be used to blackmail IPOB. Those of you who are money mongers, you can't say no to money. Those of you Biafrans who cannot say no to money, your day of doom is coming. Those of you who are collecting contract from Mba to go and speak in the public, to go and talk in the public, to go and talk to press, you have to be ready for what is coming. Be very ready for what is coming, because it cannot be business as usual. It cannot be business as usual. We are going to fight for our generation to come. We are going to make sure that we walk out of this very criminality. We are going to make sure that we establish a sane nation where people will reason like human beings. Sit at home is not something bad. In fact, sit at home is the best thing you can do for yourself today. It is a legitimate call, number one. It is a very safe call to air the people. It is not harmful to anybody. We are not harming anybody. So sit at home is not there to harm anybody. And yet, they are coming after us with their criminality. And yet, they have pledged allegiance to stop Biafra coming. And you think you can be the person to do it. You can't. You can't. You can't. Everything that is happening in Biafra today, we are watching closely. Watching very, very closely. This is not the time to make noise. We don't make noise. We don't come here to talk about irrelevant issues. What we talk about here is things that matters. You don't want to release Mazen Nandekan. You don't want to release Mazen Nandekan, and you want Sidano to be stopped. You are a joker. If these people really want to release Mazen Nandekan, they should go ahead and release him. If they had known better, if they are sincere to themselves, and it's not as if it is something that difficult. We are only reminding these people their own responsibility. We are not committing any crime. We are not telling them to dash us money. We are not asking anything from anybody in that zoo. We are not asking them for anything. The only thing we are asking is release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Let him go. Let him go. As you're holding him down, you're holding millions of people down. As you're holding him down, you're holding millions of people down. And we can never stay down. We can never. We can never stay down. We have brighter opportunity here and there. And we are going to seize every single opportunity that we have. We want to seize it and merge it into the coming of Biafra. That is why you have to be steadfast. I tell you that every action the enemies take will be positive on our own side. Whatever action they take, whether good or bad, it will turn good for us. It will turn good for us. Any action taken by our enemy will turn good to us. Ask me why. It is because the mandate we have is not our mandate. It is the mandate of School Kabiama. Mandate of School Kabiama. The only thing you can do today is to key in. Key into that grace. And you'll be blessed. May Chukwu Kabiama continue to guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu Kabiama be our guide and protector. No matter what you see as a Biafran, don't shake. No matter what you see. I told you earlier before now that propaganda is going to come. Wickedness is going to increase. But what you have to do for yourself is to keep yourself sane. Keep yourself sane so they don't catch you. Look at the way they are talking about different kinds of people. Look at the way they are organizing themselves. Look at the way they are sending their criminality. Look at the way they are sharing the money that belongs to everybody amongst a few. And you see it, you don't talk. When someone else talks, you say, are you the only one? We can never allow this to continue to happen. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who sent us, give us victory. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who sent our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, give us victory. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama give us victory. Every one of us know why we are doing what we are doing. Everybody. Nobody on the planet Earth, not only Biafra, the whole world know why we are doing what we are doing. The whole world know why we are doing what we are doing. They know why we are making the quest we are making. There is nobody today living on the planet Earth who knows about the story of Biafra, who doesn't know why the Biafran people are sitting at home. Nobody who doesn't know why we are crying. It is not because of our resources. It is not because of the dehumanization. This thing has become a matter of life and death. It has become a matter of life and death. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw this situation and he said that this situation is not worthy. It is not worthy to watch the children of kings eating like slaves. It's not worthy. It is not right for a king, a prince to be eating on the ground while the servant will be eating on the table. It is not right. And will never be right. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw everything that is wrong in the Zoological Republic. They found.
Oh my goodness, these words are very powerful and need to be kept in heart. We are talking to human beings, reason like human beings. It is now or never, my people. Sit at home is our right. And that's our highest weapon. You can't protest on the street. And you can't be on ground and you'll be gallivanting. You cannot do that either. So let us abandon what this Mba is saying. Just ignore him. He's a paid agent. His pocket is heavy. He's in government house. So he can do anyhow. You need your freedom. And that's it. Thank you very much once more for your time on this very channel. God bless you all.